All right, moving on to the next topic for Discus 101, water changes. So I've read a lot on forums and just online, and basically, a lot of people, it's a huge range. I've heard people doing 90% water changes daily, every other day. To 50% daily every other day, 30%, 40%. Um, some crazy stuff. So let's kind of talk about this stuff. Obviously, if you're going to be feeding your fish a lot more, going to be you know giving them kind of food that tends to pollute the water a lot more. You don't have the filters, correct filters, to maintain all like the waste and whatnot. Obviously, you're gonna have to do more frequent water changes. But um, for my tank, I started off doing, I would say, every other day, about 20 to 30% water changes, more on probably the 20% side. Um, just making sure that there's nothing too crazy. And then I've moved on to twice a week, um, about 20 to 30%. And recently I've gone and started to do once a week, 30%. Um, and it's kind of been a gradual phase, and I've been kind of monitoring the ammonias and the nitrates levels, obviously, when I'm moving to a different maintenance PM. Um, but um, I recommend at least at least if you're going to keep these fish at least once a week. I would say about 20 to 30%, at least that much. And if you feed them more, I would do at least twice a week. Um, and I would do basically a smaller water change and more frequent, just so that your parameters, like for example your pH, doesn't shift dramatically when you do big water changes, um, and also like the temperature and whatnot as well. Obviously, there's other techniques where you can throw the water in the barrel, get it to the right temperature, make sure the pH is correct before you dump it in. Um, those are kind of the more dedicated people. But as for beginners, to moderate people who just want to keep these fish as just a hobby, just you know a basic, I would say at least once a week, 30%. Um, you know, just to keep the water parameters in check. And I would, while you're doing that, make sure you test your water. You know, try to test it like once a week also, just to make sure that your water changes are keeping up with these levels. Obviously you want to keep the levels at zero if possible. You might have 25 ppm for ammonia, and that's kind of normal um, in terms of waste and whatnot and food that you're introducing to there. But the other parameters should be zero if possible. But yeah, water changes, I don't think you need to go extreme like some of the other people. Obviously, if you're going to do like a show discus, or high quality discus, I can see doing daily water changes. But even that, I think is too much um, for the fish. So at least once a week is what I recommend.